Rescue operations at the site of one of India's worst train disasters in decades has now ended. These are live pictures from Odisha state, where bodies are being identified at a makeshift morgue. More than 300 people died and up to 1,000 were injured in a crash involving 3 trains. An official inquiry is underway, but many are blaming signalling failure. Harry Fawcett reports.
The scale of this crash almost defies comprehension. A fast-moving passenger train rammed into a freight train. Minutes later, another passenger train ploughed into the wreckage. India's Prime Minister visiting the scene of his nation's worst such disaster in decades. Hundreds of people were killed, hundreds more injured. Emergency crews searching for anyone, alive or dead, still trapped inside the mangled carriages. Survivors described moments of sheer terror.
The carriage started shaking. We got scared when we realized what was going on, and we tried to get out. We broke the windows and managed to get out.
India's government has been spending heavily on new stations, high-speed trains and other upgrades, but its critics accuse it of failing to prioritise safety on an ageing network that carries 13 million people a day. Nearby hospitals have been overwhelmed, families waiting desperately for updates. Others have lined up in clinics to donate blood. Prime Minister Modi went from the trackside to hospital bedsides. He spoke of his own anguish and pain, promising the best treatment for the injured and support for the grieving.
This incident is very serious for the government. Orders for carrying out a thorough investigation have been given, and whoever is found guilty will get the strictest punishment. That person will not be spared.
By nightfall, the rescue and recovery work had been declared over. A railway official said the disaster had been caused by a signal failure that diverted the passenger train onto the wrong track. As the nation mourns, it's also questioning anew the safety of the world's 4th largest rail network. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera.
Well, Kulsum Sharif is at the site of the train crash in Balasore. Kulsum, so just bring us up to date with what's been happening there.
Well, Darren, it's 10:30 local time in India's eastern state of Odisha, and behind me, what you see is the site of the massive accident we saw on Friday evening involving 3 trains. And now what remains is what you see behind. Men have their task cut out. They've been working in this heat, in the humidity, trying to fix the rails, trying to fix these coaches, or rather move these mangled coaches out of the way. They're trying to fix those wires out there. We have people from the State National Disaster Management Force. We have the fire police. We have the police. We have the army personnel. All of them are out here. And in fact, as we see, these carriages look like little boxes just strewn around into the farmland around the place. It's going to take hours before they're going to be able to fix this. And a lot of the rails have just blown out. So there are no rails. So it'll be long before this rail route is going to be functional, because many trains have been cancelled. And that brings us to the other part of the thing. The families who are trying to get here, it's hard for them to get here because many trains are cancelled. A local reporter told us even buses are cancelled. Many of them want to reach to the hospitals around this place. Some of them have moved to another city called Cuttack. The most seriously injured are there. We know the death toll has gone up to above 300. So a lot of things happening on the ground here. Of course, in hospitals, in mortuaries, people are trying to look for loved ones. Those who can't find their family members are just hoping, there's a ray of hope that maybe we will find them and we'll find them alive. They're also anxious. They hope and pray for the best. But as of now, the officials say that this is what they are going to be doing throughout the day, despite the heat, despite the humidity. Dozens of people onto the left side, I can see tents put up where all the staff, when they're finishing a bit of work, are taking some rest and cooling off there.
All right, Kulsum Sharif there, live for us at the train crash site in Balasore. Kulsum, thank you.